Hey guys, and welcome to a new Dungeon Defenders 2 video. I'm your host Mr. Peter, and before we start Prime 4, I want to say thank you guys for the love and support that you've given to this channel. You guys have given me the motivation to constantly produce more DD2 videos, and I'll do my best to upload more frequently. Also, congrats to you guys on completing Prime 3. We're halfway there on completing Primes, so continue doing the great work. You guys are doing awesome. Now, let's beat Prime 4, Return of Maldonis. With this incursion, it's basically the same as Maldonis Incursion, however, instead of healing zones, we have Dark Marks. Dark Marks are zones that are summoned by Maldonis. When you step inside a Dark Mark, you take damage over time, and it can kill you. Just like the healing zones, we're going to respect each zone and try to work our way around it. Lucky for us, they don't affect our towers, so we can place them wherever we like. Each wave, Maldonis will continuously spawn more and more Dark Marks. It comes to a point where it's very hard to move around. There's no fixed location for these zones, they always spawn randomly throughout the wave. However, the game will always notify us when a Dark Mark is going to be summoned. That's nice. Looking at the lanes, we have a lot of Chaos units and a lot of melee units as always. Lucky for us, Skeletons are melee units and our Flamer has anti-melee. What a coinky dink. We'll be using our anti-chaos and anti-melee Flamer as always. Booster to buff everything. LSA for the bosses, Proton for the slow, and a Reflect Beam for the extra damage. On this side, we want to put our defense over here. The Reflect Beam can proc this environment interaction. A Spectral Knight will burst out, damaging enemies and pushing them off the edge. How convenient. On the middle lane, most of the time they come out through the two staircases, so that's where we're going to put our defense. Do keep in mind, we do have 3 bosses coming through these 2 lanes, so we'll have to keep an eye out when they arrive. On this lane here, we have 3 lanes pushing through here. We're going to put 2 flame arrows down. This will help on wave clearing and to do consistent damage. However, if you guys feel like the lane needs more support, by all means add more stuff. This map does give us a generous amount of DU space, so feel free to add more stuff. On this last lane, we have 2 lanes pushing through here. Again, we're going to build it just like the other lane, 2 flame arrows and our normal setup. Just be careful of Lady Orcs in this lane, they do tend to hug the sides more, so either add more Reflect Beams or you can spread the Proton Beam. We have 2 flyers on this map, one over here and one up there. We'll be using our Petrified Skyguard towers, so one with poison and one with earth. Everything seems good, so let's just start it up. Oh yeah, Dark Marks. So Maldonis will spawn Dark Marks throughout the wave, and if I step on it, I lose health. I have a lot of health as well, and it went very quickly, so be very cautious when moving around. You can see Maldonis is spawning more Dark Marks. Eventually it does become a landmine field and it feels impossible to navigate around. Great, every lane seems fine now, so that means I can mess around now. To counter these dark marks, you want to go to this holy artifact. It says on top, use the holy aura to remove Maldonis mark. All you need to do is walk right next to it and you have the buff. It doesn't say anywhere that you have the buff, but your hero will start to glow, meaning you have the buff. What's great about this buff is that it lasts for about 30 seconds, so you can cleanse multiple dark marks. It's so convenient, you don't need to be cautious anymore. As long as you have a clear path to get to the holy artifact, everything should be fine. This is why I love the Petrify Sky Guards. Once they're petrified, they fall into the dead zone, and that's it, they're gone. Once the wave is completed, each dark marks will disappear. They don't last forever. What you want to do in this build phase is upgrade everything once. You have a lot of greens, so start spending. We actually have a boss here, so I'll upgrade the LSA 3 times. It seems like every lane's doing work, so we can continue to cleanse. I'll show you guys how long we can have this buff for, so let me refresh it first and start cleansing. Hopefully someone can time the buff's duration and write it down in comments below. Absolutely forgot about them. Watch out for assassins, it's prime 4 now and they do a lot of damage. Lucky for me, I have high health, so I can take a few hits, but for others who don't have high health, be cautious when navigating around. You can see my hero stopped glowing, so what that means is that I have no buff. So if I go to this dark mark over here, you can see I'm losing health. Simply go back to the artifact. Oh my god, wait a minute. Oh no. Oh, okay. I thought I was going to die there, but somehow I avoided it. Just healing, in case another assassin decides to surprise me. So we do have a boss down the middle. I believe the skeleton boss is called Trick. So we're going to upgrade the LSAs and also upgrade the lane in general. We also have a siege roller. Any bosses? No? Oh, the Drakenlord down this lane. Damn, he came a lot quicker than I thought he would. These bosses are coming out very early. Usually they come out at the end of the wave. Oh my god, the assassins are so annoying. They've added tons of them in this incursion. The dark marks are slowly building up. Each wave they passively add more and more of them. You can tell later on there's going to be a headache. We've got our second boss down the middle. It's an orc and his name is Treat. Treat is like any other boss. He just looks cool, that's all. Looks like Trick came back to life, same as the other skeleton boss too. They'll probably come back on the last wave too, so for future reference guys, whenever you get a skeleton boss on this map, they may return, so be aware. Okay. Oh yeah, fun fact, you may notice that the two bosses down the middle names are Trick and Treat. Like the Halloween thing, Trick or Treat. This incursion, many years ago, was a Halloween event and beating both bosses would reward you with a chest. It's nice to see these two back for primes. You can see a lot of dark marks around. This is what happens when you don't cleanse. Holy Artifact is a sub-objective, so when it does get destroyed we can no longer cleanse. But that's okay. What you want to do is have an agile hero that can maneuver around, like the monk. Dark marks have a very small height radius, so you can use the trees to help you get around without touching the floor. It's like the game of the floor is lava. Try not to touch the ground or you'll die. Look at all the symbols, there's so many of them. It's the last wave and Maldonis will spawn as a mini boss. We also have other bosses too, so we'll have to stay alert. Wow, that's a lot of dark marks. Oh, an assassin. Oh, Maldonis is it. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. This place is filled with dark marks, and like I said before, you can use the trees to help you get around. I don't know how to get around when you're on the floor, but don't do what I just did there. I'm trying to show you guys that you can get around, but I'm so bad at it myself, and these assassins don't make it any easier. The best advice is to keep the sub-objective alive. You have a lot of DU space left. Make sure both lanes are secure. Look at how convenient it is to cleanse everything. Yeah, just keep the sub-objective alive. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. If you did enjoy this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more DD2 content. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.